Hello there, guys. How's it going? Hope everybody is doing well. We are a little late on the stream, about 5 minutes. My apologies. And we're going to be playing some Peninsular campaign in Napoleon Total War. Let me go ahead and change my Steam name. Okay. How's it going, Carly? Good to see you. Okay, we're going to jump right into the game here. I am going to be playing the Peninsular campaign as the British. Yes! So this way I'll be playing as Great Britain and Portugal, which is going to be pretty cool. Of course, I believe George III is king right now. Crazy, mad King George. What can you do? He's crazy. You got to accept it. He is a king, after all.
It is 1811, and the war in the Spanish Peninsula has been raging for over 2 years, with mixed fortunes and heavy casualties for both sides. Following the withdrawal from the Madrid area of the combined armies of Great Britain, Portugal and Spain after the Battle of Talavera in July 1809, a costly stalemate for the Allies, Viscount Wellington retreated into Portugal and consolidated his forces, also authorizing the construction of a series of connected forts and earthworks, the lines of Torres Vedras. Now, Napoleon's Armée d'Espagne, led by Marshal Massena, has invaded Portugal once again. But thus far, the network of entrenchments has proved impossible for the French to successfully assail. Fresh troops have been sent from England, available via the construction and control of supply ports in coastal regions. Upon their arrival, Wellington has planned a fresh offensive to drive the invaders out of Portugal, and eventually out of the peninsula altogether. Resistance to French rule by the Spanish has led to small local bands using guerrilla tactics.
Okay, guys, we basically know what we need to do. We have to take the city of Coimbra here in Portugal, which is really awesome. And we're being led by Arthur Wellesley. Carly is asking here, what do you think is the worst war in English history? I don't think I know nearly enough about English history to give you a proper answer. I can say that, like, for instance, the English forays into the Middle East ended pretty badly. Afghanistan, Israel, Palestine, you name it. Definitely cost them politically and also militarily. So I would probably say those. I'm sure there are worse wars for the English. Obviously, World War I was probably the worst. World War II was probably the worst, actually, in terms of casualties. But World War I, in terms of losses per capita, I would think. So we're going to go ahead and get some more troops here, guys. I'm going to get some line infantry. Of course, we're constructing stuff. But since we're playing as the British, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge here to win, because we're not playing as the Spanish. We don't have nearly as many resources as they do, so we need to make this work. Also, I'm going to go ahead and lower sound a little bit in the options. People were mentioning that the actual battle sounds, sometimes they can't even hear the mic, so we'll go ahead and do that. Hello, Prajwal and Stud Muffin. How you doing, buddy? Good to see all you guys. All right, let's see. Very cool. So I think we pretty much got everything going. Can we focus on research and technology? I think we can. Let's focus on anti-French sentiment. And we'll end our turn here. So Coimbra is under our control. And of course, this is now a Portuguese city. And I just realized we have another army here in the south. So we'll deal with that too in a sec. I was thinking we probably have forces in Gibraltar. Yep. So maybe we can cut through and merge our forces in Gibraltar, make a nice big force. Still not 100% sure what I want to do. Okay, so let's see. We've got this army. I guess we'll bring this army up to watch Coimbra. This one is led by William Carr. Again, very well known. What? All right, we have to construct a college. Not going to do that right now, but something to consider, certainly. And let's take a look at our forces in Gibraltar. Am I saying that right? Is it Gibraltar or is it Gibraltar? I think it might be Gibraltar. I'm messing up the name. Shame on me. We can't necessarily hire a general right now, so I'm going to wait for now. But we might actually take our ship there and maybe try to cut off some of the enemy supply lines. That would be nice. Three Wars of Panipat. Oh, that sounds interesting. Was that was in India, I'm assuming? That sounds pretty pretty cool. Okay, here we go. We've got our first actual French enemy to deal with. I'm going to bring some Portuguese soldiers with me. In fact, we might as well just attack with the entire army. What the French like to do here is basically wear you down little by little with their manpower. And I'm actually going to go into the battle because I want to do the best I can in this battle. Also, I've noticed, and maybe this is just, you know, this is just me, but I've noticed that when you actually fight a battle in Napoleon Total War or any of the Total War games, you tend to get the ranks up quicker. So let's see what happens.
Always keep some forces in reserve behind your front line.
Very well.
Button on the left of the battle control panel cancels orders and makes selected units stop where they are.
Oh yeah, we know about the guerrilla units, my friend. Yep, they're not fun to deal with. We can also go ahead and set up some explosive shell here. Alright, let's grab our boys. And actually, we might not even have to move forward. They're moving towards us. This is pretty weird for an army that's being attacked, so let's be kind of cautious here. I don't like that they're so confident. Forward. Bring some of our chasseurs as well, or in this case, the King's German Light Foot. Ooh, there's that explosive shot. Oh, that's going to be fun when it actually reaches them. They can't be looking forward to that. Nice shooting by our men. And again, this is when France is actually in Spain and Portugal, trying to establish control. So we are, as the British, trying to liberate. Of course, the British are always trying to liberate, quote unquote, the Spanish people. But the Spanish actually, some of them turn on the British. Some of them want, obviously, the republic that the French offer. There we go. Look at that, man. Beautiful, beautiful shots by the King's German Legion. Now, this is an elite light infantry unit, so I'm not surprised that they're doing so well. Boom! Look at that, man. Massive losses there on the enemy side. Alright, let's start targeting the infantry, but first, we do have square formation, but we should still be careful when we have enemy cavalry that close. I'm going to obviously target the enemy cavalry. I'm slowing this down, guys, because I'm going to go pour myself a cup of coffee, but this will let you guys still see the action. And this is, of course, our Portuguese infantry. Linha Infanteria. Yes, many Spanish guerrilla forces, that's definitely true.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Oh, that is not going to feel good in the morning. I just spilled boiling water on my hand. That hurts. Oh, God, that hurts bad. Damn. All right, so we killed their general? What? That's hilarious. All right, we're back, guys. We're still firing the explosive shot at the enemy here, and of course our men are doing a great job. There's no way they can win this battle. I'm still going to let them keep firing to try and increase casualties. Like I said, the French like to use their manpower to really overwhelm you in this campaign, and it can work pretty well. Ouch. All right, once again, we've caught them. Man. They certainly aren't going to give up easily, but eventually they're going to have to. Get out of here. There we go. Portuguese Fusiliers are firing. And actually, there are some Portuguese caçadores. Caçadores are Portuguese and Spanish for hunters that actually made up a lot of really great light infantry regiments in this war. They definitely know how to shoot. Unfortunately, some of them are also getting shot here. And I can't believe we wasted an important Jean-André Massena. This is an extremely important French general this early on. And I think the only thing left to do is take out that artillery. Yup. Look at that, man. That explosive shot is epic. Alright, so that's pretty much an easy win there. We'll even take a clean victory if we can. There we go. Heroic victory. It's obviously going to build our general skill up. And another French army down. I think we should really work on our army at Gibraltar, so I'm going to start focusing here. We've got that King's German Legion, a foot legion, of course. They're really, really good. Ooh, let's see if these guys maybe can sneak up and catch some some French enemies. Portuguese, of course, are on our side in this particular war. In fact, as far as I know, the Portuguese and the English are the oldest allies in terms of European allies, essentially. Hey, Lord Dag Memes and Zach Z. How you doing, guys? Fecking up some frogs. Where am I from? Originally, I'm from the U.S., but currently I'm living in Portugal. New York. New York. That's where I'm from. What am I going to do about this? Let me grab some of these guys. Yeah, these guys definitely need to sort of reform a bit, so I'm going to give them the opportunity to do. Oh, wow. No, I think we should definitely wait a bit. Here we go. Always get this annoying sound on Total War. I think you guys are hearing it right now. I'll get rid of it. Like, literally all I have to do is just Alt-Tab out. Okay, in this case, now we can attack with a full army. There's not a lot here, honestly. They're going to keep sending bigger and bigger forces to attack us. See, this one is a lot bigger than the last one. So we are going to attack Jean de Sul. Jean de Sul, I believe, is the correct name. Good Joe Wanker. Hey, Shannon Riley, how you doing? There's Shannon Riley, the most Irish of Irishmen. It's hard to find names that Irish. It really is, and I mean that in an awesome way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and we can start firing the explosive shot at the enemy. We did that to him last time. It was pretty effective. The only difference in this battle is I actually am going to move the whole line forward together. Because let's face it, if we're going to beat the French in this battle, we need to have superior firepower. I'm thinking if we just move to this kind of tree line area, they'll probably meet us somewhere in between. They don't seem to be afraid of counterattacking. Most armies in this game, as you know, they will actually wait for you to attack. Not the French in the Peninsular campaign. Oh man, they're going really slow. What's up with that? You guys, like, are you walking through mud? Right, these guys should be firing it already. They look a little strange there. We could do a barrage. Victory's soon to be yours. What the Is the game okay? Did the game have a stroke? What in the world is going on? There we go, barrage. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to move forward with these guys. Of course, we will give them the light infantry behavior. But I think we could already start firing at the chasseurs. They are approaching quickly. Come on, boys. Nice. Keep it up. See a lot of cavalry down there. Gotta love the King's German Light Foot. No, they're coming after us. Come on, boys, fire. Can't let them get the King's German Light Foot. It's one of our best units. Also, King George III loves them, so it's another reason. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to pause here because things are happening so quickly. We'll go ahead and get into square formation with this unit. Don't necessarily need to, but it's just kind of a safety precaution. Start opening up here on the chasseurs. Start opening up on the chasseurs with this guy. Fire. This is going to be a true line battle. There's no doubt about it. And where's the general? Here we go. We're going to go ahead and rally. And we'll inspire these fellows right here. Let's try that again. How about these guys? All right. Nothing easy came without... Nothing good came without sacrifice, I should say, boys. Easy things do come without sacrifice, usually. Here we go. Give them hell, boys. Let's get some odds, guys. You guys think we're going to win this battle or not? Let us know in the comments. I'm going to try to do another barrage. No, we're still waiting for the barrage. Alright, we've got our British units here. British units. Of course, we've got English units here. These are actually dragoons. They can actually get off their horses. What I think I'm going to do, though, is go ahead and charge the chasseurs. Maybe not the wisest decision in the world, but we'll take it. Get this guy out of that particular formation and actually get him here on the enemy flank. Continua! Oh man, we are knocking down some Frenchies. No offense to my French subs. We love you guys. Je t'aime, my French subs, je t'aime. Hello, Marcus. How you doing, man? I had to put a new washer. Yeah, that's never fun. Especially when, like, I don't know if this is, because I'm in, like, you know, I'm approaching 30. And, you know, back, like, my dad's generation, or my mom's generation, like, they always knew how to fix things. But, you know, whenever I even have to, like, change a freaking light bulb, it's, like, actually a process of, like, how do I do this? Am I doing it the right way? You know, it's really crazy how how much more savvy people used to be, I think, with that sort of stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't know the first thing about installing a washer. I'd have to have a real man come over and do it for me, because I couldn't do it myself. I'd probably be like, do you guys install washers? No, sir, you have to do that yourself. Oh, damn. I'm not really sure what to do. Could you give me, like, a tutorial? We've got more French troops approaching, by the way, guys. More reinforcements. So don't get happy yet, but we will go ahead and try to kill their general here. Get a quick kill. Hey, we've got to use guerrilla tactics in a war like this. A few enemy generals might get killed dishonorably. Who cares? And there we go. Another important French general down. And that is Soult. Looking pretty good. Look at that field, man. Especially over here. Just piles of enemy dead. Come on, boys. Fire. Don't let them approach our lines. Yes, I'm doing an overly exaggerated English accent. There we go. Nice. Totally broke them. And they're absolutely not a threat. Not anymore, anyway. Still firing canister shot. The environmental effects, like, you mean in the game? Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, there's rain, there's stuff like that. I think the environmental effects in this game are pretty good. And when you're in rain, your shooting is not as consistent, that sort of thing. Oh, no, but we also lost Arthur Wellesley during the battle. So we killed the French general, but we lost our own general. That's a terrible start. It's okay, though. We do have another general nearby, and he's actually approaching the city. He's going to have to take over the responsibilities of Arthur Wellesley, and that's going to be William Carr Beresford, who's also very well known. All right. Join the army today, lads. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so I'm basically going to merge this guy with this army. But at the same time, we kind of need to start heading out. So what I might do is get some Portuguese militia here and hope that that's going to be enough to hold these guys, hold these folks together, and for them not to, you know, retaliate, as it were. Okay, we're going to have to merge some units together. So let's take a look here at the light foot. These are not the same light foot. There we go. There we go. What about now? Nope, still not. We still have to merge a few units. Take these two Portuguese units, put them together. This guy, you get to go back home to your family. Still one. Now the good news here, this is the King's German Legion. I really don't want to get rid of them. The good news here is by the time we get this army on the move, they're going to be pretty well stocked, as you can see here. So I think we're ready to go after that. We'll take a look at our forces in Gibraltar as well. Gibraltar, excuse me. And we could also consider getting a general going here pretty soon. Okay, we're going to actually try to kill their spy with our gentleman. We are going to ask for a duel. No, this is Portugal. Never mind. He's a good spy. We need to find someone else to duel. Let's head north. All right, I'm going to take Porto in the north of Portugal. and I will peacefully occupy. So this is another base of operations for us. We probably want to start moving east, though. We could move north and take Galicia from the enemy, but I think east is actually where the danger lies. Mostly, anyway. Where is Gibraltar? Should we send men out now? I don't think so. What we will do is we're going to send this this particular ship up to where we think there are French supply lines, which would probably be up here in the north, but they might not actually be getting supply lines from the sea, but just straight from the land. They don't really need the sea in this war, to be honest with you. That's one advantage they have. Okay, let's wait. This is definitely next to I can't remember the name. I think it's Fall of the Shogun. Yeah, it's Fall of the Shogun. The DLC for Shogun 2 with, you know, guns, things like that. This is probably my favorite DLC for Total War period. I mean, it's just really entertaining. There's a lot to do. The one thing I hate now is the French keep attacking your main city with these small war bands, basically, in an effort to bring you out, to lure you out, really. It's really frustrating. So there we go. We took them out. But now, of course, we need to march on with slightly wounded troops and start heading east. That's going to take a little while. We could also fix that farm while we're at it. And we could appoint a general in Gibraltar. I think it's about time. So let's go ahead. There's a military academy here and everything. We'll appoint him from the King's German Legion. Edward Pakenham. All right. We'll even give him some King's German Legion light foot. Hopefully they'll arrive soon. Glad I can join this awesome Veligrin. Hey, Abian. Yeah, they're both really fun. I think two of the best DLCs that were made. The Peninsular War, so much action. It's like a totally different game because there's also guerrilla tactics, like people mentioned before. There's propaganda, like you could spread propaganda about the Napoleonics, about Napoleon's forces. You know, telling people they're bad and they need to be stopped, etc. Independence for Spain. And at the same time, the Napoleon's forces can also get the Spanish to turn on you. So I've had instances where the Spanish actually rise up against the British and join Napoleon, which is just weird, but, you know, it happens. Over here, I'm going to wait for that next unit to be built, but we do need to keep heading east with this unit. We want to eventually get to Madrid. That's really the center of Spanish power, of course, and it's currently owned by the French. So if we can take it back for Spain, I think we're going to get a lot of respect from the Spanish. Let's hope, at least. See, I like that the Portuguese, our allies, are close to our city right now, but I get worried, especially with Napoleon's not-so-great AI, that they might decide to attack. All right, we had a building sabotaged here. So we're going to keep moving east, guys. East, east, east. Madrid is over here. And that is our main target. Contacting the resistance. Okay, so we have to infiltrate the city of Salamanca. And we also got some military funding. To infiltrate the city of Salamanca, we need to get a provocateur, or we need to send in the spy. That's what we need to do. But we can bring this provocateur to start basically telling the people that the French are evil and to not support the French. In fact, if we look at some of these cities, I forget where we can find this. Maybe it's in infrastructure. You can actually see the loyalty of the city and basically like how much they support the French, how much they support the Spanish, etc. So it's kind of neat. Let's go to the south here. And now we can definitely start building up our forces at Gibraltar. We could also get a court of appeals here and a military academy. These are very expensive, and we might not be able to afford them later, so I'm going to get them. But it's definitely a risk that I'm taking there. We'll also get some 9-pounder foot artillery. This stuff is all going to take a while to build, but I absolutely think it's worth it. For this unit, let's get him in here. Obviously, in Portugal, we also have to keep building our units, but the Spanish are doing a pretty good job at defeating the Napoleonic armies before they get to us. Hey, Warpig, long time no see, buddy. Good to see you, man. Okay, let's jump over here, and we are still headed towards Madrid. But first, we want to infiltrate Salamanca. Even though it's in Spanish control right now, let's see if we can get in. We got in with Aston Leak, and that gave us a guerrillero, a fighter pledge to defeat the expulsion of Napoleonic forces from his native Iberian Peninsula. Cool. Very cool. So this guy can basically, you know, he's basically a spy unit, assassin unit. He can do a lot of damage to the enemy. So we're going to bring him forward, bring him forth, and we will keep on moving. Where's our gentleman? Okay, there we go. That's the mission. It's liberation of Madrid. Let's go. We're ready. We're going to send this guy hopefully into Madrid as well. We need as many gentlemen there. Well, actually, these aren't gentlemen. These are provocateurs to basically get the people to support us. We could also build a court of justice here in Coimbra. I think that'll help get people on our side as well. Also help stimulate the economy. Another thing that the Spanish don't like is when we start taking their territory. Sometimes you do have to take territory to establish a foothold. Most of the time we'll give it to the Spanish, but a lot of the times we do have to give it to ourselves. Now, as for Madrid, of course, I'm not going to take it from them. Ancillary gain, a mistress, a minister. Wait a minute. A minister here gained a mistress. Where's the minister? Where is this minister they speak of? I don't see him. So it must be one of our government ministers. Yeah, it's one of these guys. That's great. So another thing I love is the government system here. Government popularity is only 47%. That's not good. And the head, something of a banker. Yeah, we could always kick him out if we wanted to. Let's go to Madrid. It's not even well defended. We're going to break right through. And, of course, we will liberate it. So we also got a Guerrilla here. I think I finally said that right. With some units. And we can basically use this guy, you know, throughout our campaign to start stalking French armies, attacking them, etc. Basically, you want to try to use your guerrilla forces to, you know, hit the French as much as possible, but also hit them in these like wooded areas so that you've got these units that have really long range rifles. They can fire from a distance, hit a lot of targets, and cause a lot of damage. And that's really the goal there. No, I didn't want to declare war on Spain. They've actually managed to take back a lot of territory here without our help. All right, these guys. Let's just hope that Gibraltar can hold itself, because we need to move this army out, and we're going to move it towards Córdoba with not as many units as I'd like. Hi, Tristan Gauthier. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. You can also use the super chat if you'd like to throw a few shekels my way, and that is the little $ or euro sign underneath your chat box. Path blocked. What? Who dares stand in my way? All right, so we're gonna put the guerrillas over here in the woods. Now, you can definitely have the guerrilla troops join your army if you want. Like, a lot of these units are actually really, really good, like this Cazadores Francos Numantinos. But our army's already full, so I'm not really, doesn't really bother me if we just leave it there. I think I'm actually going to attack north. Places like Valladolid, especially Asturias and Cantabria, seem to have some more money in them, and we might have to start actually sacking some cities. If it has to be done, it has to be done. What can I say? Wow, they already took Córdoba. All right, let's go to Badajoz, or actually we'll go to Ciudad Real first. Yeah, they're going to bankrupt us because they keep taking everything. Damn it. All right, we'll take the bankruptcy for the first turn. See, we're already going to have to start looting some cities because we're running out of money. In this campaign, you are almost forced to do some looting. Got to burn down some cities. You know, we'll call them French collaborators, justify the burning down of the city, and move on. Okay, we have gotten the anti-French sentiment. That's going to increase that, which is great. Yeah, you know, shekels, denarii, you know, Turkish figs, you know, anything. Crumbs from the table, that sort of thing. It all helps. It all helps. And what I don't like is they're getting really close to Coimbra. There is this mountain range that's going to protect us for at least a turn, but we've got to start sacking cities. Let's go to Valladolid. And once again, not many French here. And this one, unfortunately, we have to loot. Boom. It's going to save us from bankruptcy, at least. But obviously the people here are going to absolutely hate us. And there's already a French provocateur here. So he's probably already told people, like, the British are coming, they're terrible, they're evil. And sure enough, he's right. So the people are just going to support him even more. I could also start building troops here, but I think I'm going to first try to take over Ciudad Real. And hopefully, maybe we can even start moving west. There we go. Drachma, yeah, I like that, the drachma. So this is a good example of how we could use some guerrilla forces. I'm going to show you guys just so you guys see what it's like. It's not as impressive as I expected it to be. But basically we're playing as, you know, just imagine we're Spanish citizens and we've decided to join up and try and kill some Frenchmen. So I guess the goal of these battles, I could be wrong, it's not necessarily to win, but just to damage the enemy force as much as you can. So I'm going to like take one group, put them over here. Sí, señor. And, well, actually, we'll bring them all over here. We might as well. I was going to do, like, an attack from both sides, but I think we're just going to extend it. And just about everybody in these guerrilla armies has a pistol of some sort, or some sort of firearm, which I really like. Okay, let's go. Ordenez. I love the way they say it with that accent. Ordenez. Estado Mayor. Start firing, boys. The dragoons, we're going to have them get off their horses. And they can also start firing here. Now, ultimately, I'm not sure if we should retreat or if we should fight to the end. Either way, we are costing the enemy some valuable manpower, etc. Nice! Surprised if the trees aren't catching all their bullets, but it's a start, right? Don't forget our general has some has a pistol as well, so I'm going to move forward with the guerrilla leader and fire at that regiment right there. Boom! Alright, let's target the enemy general. While our dragoons kind of focus on the enemy infantry here. As you can see, these can be like really time-consuming battles, but they definitely leave their mark on the game and sort of give it its own flavor. And obviously you can build much larger guerrilla armies. This is a small band. You know, if we had like another 2 units here, we would crush them. Alright, I think I'm going to get our boys back on the horses. Back on your horses, lads. Yeah, unfortunately... Oh, no! Oh, no! Unfortunately, our guerrilla leader is taking off. Alright, let's get rid of that light infantry behavior, and let's just shoot. And as for our cavalry, let's fire from our horses, and we could actually end up charging here. For now, we'll just let them have some rounds, and now we'll do a full-on charge. De la España! Ataquen! These attacks are not always going to work out the way we want them to. We can see our boys, though, getting some good stabs and slashes in here. Bunch of French dropping. Look at that, man. They're actually wavering a bit. Yeah, I still don't think a victory is possible, but it's very close. Very close. I'll get rid of light infantry behavior. Just shoot. Shoot, men. This is not a time to surrender, boys. It's going to take them a while to get to you. You got a nice few rounds you can fire. Come on. Numantinos. Must be a terrifying sight, though, hearing the French screaming and running at you. Because usually the French are screaming and running away, of course, as we all know. Watch the new Star Wars. Hey, Maifa, how you doing, man? I have not watched the new Star Wars, nor any of the recent Star Wars ones. I'm not a fan. Not of the recent ones. Come on. Can do it, boys. That's it. Yeah, they've had it. I mean, that's exactly what a guerrilla force does. You know, once they've kind of done their duty, they're going to run away, they're going to retreat, and try to get the hell off the battlefield. So it was a close defeat. That's always good with a guerrilla force, honestly. Not bad. Our general survived. Now, they might end up chasing and killing him, but it's a cool start. Okay, we have a letter of demands from the people here. They're not fans. But again, I'm probably not going to respond to them. I almost hope they have an uprising so I can sort of kill the troublemakers. Look at that. Enemies retreating. Dishonorable. There we go. And once again, our army is just getting more and more pumped. As you can see, a bunch of our guys already have 2 ranks, or, you know, they're already corporals. But that's just going to continue. All right, we're going to move the Provocateur into Madrid just to make sure that everybody is on board with our plan here. Okay, we're going to get to Ciudad Real. And at this point, we'll just demand a surrender, and we will liberate. So in this case, we can actually merge our 2 guys, our guerrilla leader, Francisco Abel Moreno, and his troops with our main army. And we're going to just keep on basically moving forward with this army and taking more areas. Now, let me see what else. Okay, Murcia would be a good area to get. Obviously, a port here. And there seems to be a big French army coming this way. So maybe we can catch them off guard as well. We'll have to wait and see. Welcome, everybody that's viewing as well. We tend to try and do a stream around this time every day except weekends. So I really do appreciate people stopping by. Ah, thank you. Napoleon III Total War. Yeah, I'll have a look. That sounds really cool. Really neat. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of units. That's true. Let's go to Burgos. And we can head, yeah, we're going to head to Valencia or Murcia, just because they're right there on the coast. I think that's going to be useful. Another thing I'm going to do to save money is I'm going to get rid of this guerrilla unit. There's just no point in keeping him around. Like, he's got his uses, but I'm just not going to pay for them. That's the way I look at it. If he wants to work by himself, go for it, man. I just can't afford him. And we're almost done constructing the Court of Justice. I'm hoping that brings some denare our way. Oh, wow, we're still facing imminent bankruptcy. What else can we do here? We could get rid of some of our ships. We're not really using them, let's be honest. Let's scuttle our ships. We've scuttled our navy. There we go. Should be able to start making some cash now. You'd be surprised how much a ship costs to maintain. It's not cheap. Even today, it's not cheap. Micromanagement nightmare. I like that. That's always my kind of game. So here at Seville, the Spanish have a huge force. We better hope that they stay on our side, or else they could absolutely beat us in battle. So, rebellion in Castilla Vieja. I was going to go back and actually fight the rebellion, but don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to try and take Burgos. And once again, unfortunately for these people, we're going to loot Burgos. Let's go ahead and build back the criminal court here. Try and get some respectability back. But you got to do what you got to do, man. Where was that army of ours? There he is. Let's see if we can build anything in Gibraltar. Even a better trade port. I don't know if this is a trade port. I think it's just a dry dock. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to bring in income, but look at that. The military academy and the Court of Appeals is almost ready to go. Oh, they're going to attack Coimbra. Damn it. We're going to lose Coimbra. This is why you have to take other cities. So now they've taken land in Portugal again. Not good. And we just built the Court of Appeals there, so... Man, they probably nuked that. Anyway, guys, we're probably going to sign off here. Like we do with all of our Napoleon series, for whatever reason, I like to do the campaigns here via the streams. So we will, of course, save this game, and we're just going to continue it on our next Napoleon stream, which may or may not be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to try to stream again at 5 p.m. Greenwich Mountain Time. And typically I will do a different game, something like that. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And as always, you can use that super chat to throw some cash, and also you know, if you want to share your website, something like that, that's fine. I just now noticed, by the way, that we have a trade post here. I didn't consider that during this campaign. That's another way for us to make money, is get some trading ships and send them over here to North America. Maybe we can make some money that way. Use that to fund the war. All right, we're going to exit to Windows. Thank you, chaps. Thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Will I be playing more Desert War? Yeah, actually, I will be uploading a video on it, part of the battle against the Italians later today, hopefully. So we have that to look forward to.